Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Shootin Gallery. Do you not, Jesus, do you not know what to do with your life? I don't either. Maybe you don't have to know. Maybe today is not about figuring it out. Maybe there isn't even anything to figure out. But, I don't know. I was definitely getting that feeling a lot yesterday where I just had that feeling again, like there's somewhere I need to be, or there's something I need to do, or some sort of goal I need to achieve, whatever the case. And it was stressing me out because, well, and here I can even preface it like this, right? With the fact that I've been thinking about money and making money and how I'm not working at the moment and stressing about making money, but it's more like having the initial thought, oh yeah, I'm not making money, I'm not working, and then stressing about it. But then an added layer of stress yesterday was thinking about how much work I'm putting into not only trying to find a job, I was putting in a lot of work. A few weeks ago, I've kind of fell off lately because I've been a little bit disconcerted, or not, discouraged with the whole process, right? I know you just have to keep going, and it's the consistency and the determination that leads to the outcome that most people want to see, right? But like, can't you can't stress yourself out about being stressed, right? But the days like yesterday, once in a while, maybe you need those, because I cried a decent amount yesterday, and I'm okay to admit it. Like it is what it is. Everybody has those days. Shout out Hannah Montana, right? Everybody has those days. Everybody makes mistakes. Yeah, or the other way around, whatever. Um, Little side tangent, real quickly. The reason I watched a decent amount of Hannah Montana growing up because before I would have to for elementary school I would have to get up early to catch the bus. I would get on at like 7:40. I think I did that all the way from elementary through high school. So years and years of the schedule. But through the earlier grades, like I want to say, like, how old was I? Like maybe grade 3, 4, 5 ish, maybe. No, 3, 4 ish, I'd say. Pokemon would come on in the morning before I had to go catch the bus and go to school, right? So I'd get to watch that. And then they changed the effing schedule, and it was Hannah Montana. And I was like, well, I have to watch something while I eat my breakfast, whatever, kid logic, right? And so I just said fuck it, and I watched the Hannah Montana before school. And it wasn't even like you got to watch a full episode even. It was just like the first like half, or yeah, it was like a third or half the episode. It wasn't a full episode, so I was like, fuck it, whatever, right? But yeah, that's why I remember that. And like, I don't know, maybe that has something to do with what I'm doing now in terms of like making music and kind of having the double life, whatever. It's like life is kind of a double life in the sense of like people have their ego and this character they think of as themselves, like the self, whatever, and they just like they put so much emphasis on it and so much time and energy into like literally like a character in a video game. It's like you're playing Second Life in your main life, like the game. I forget if Second Life was actually a game or if it was just in like Zack and Cody or like the Sweet Life on Deck, you know. Um, but yeah, like GTA is a perfect example. It's like people play the shit like it's GTA, where each of your character has stats like your stamina, your strength, your breath, how long you can hold your breath, and like your pilot and driving skills. I'm pretty sure. I think those are like the five. Oh, and then stealth, and then I think at the very bottom you have like your mental health for online. If you kill too many people, your mental health goes up, right, and you're like considered crazy, right? But people really be playing life like a character in a video game, and they're going to the stores and getting the outfits to put on their character. It's like, bro, why don't we live this shit like a cartoon where we just pick an outfit for a while and just rock that shit? It's like, I understand that sometimes clothes get smelly, dirty, whatever, and you have to wash them, but it's like, get like, get, what is it, 7 or 10 of the same shirt, 7 or 10 of the same pants, like shorts, shoes, whatever, like socks. Bang, there you go. And then you never need to think about outfits. You never need to think about, like, I don't know. And I feel like there are some people that do that, or they go like one color. Like I know some of the mechanics I follow on YouTube are like some rock and roll guys too, or like you see Opium Gang doing it, but they all do the all black, like just so you don't have to think about it, or is it like because of the vibe, because of how it rocks? It's like, I don't know. I used to think about that, like fashion and stuff. I still like. Sorry, I'm going off on a few tangents now. I still like fashion for sure, but like I don't know, the all black thing kind of got to me. I think I did it a little bit in elementary school, and then I was thinking about it. I'm like, do I really want to be that person that's just wearing all black all the time? And it's like, it's not. I want to switch it up a little bit. Earth tones are cool. Once in a while, you get that piece that has a bunch of colors on it. And there's like some flair to it. If you saw, it might have been the first episode of the Shootin gallery, actually, the collared shirt I had with the striped colors. Really like that one. Been liking the collared shirts as I'm getting older. And something popped into my head like not time ago, but a little while ago. I was thinking like, damn, I kind of want to dress like money, feel like money. What is it? Manifest the money and the connections and the whatever else, the networking. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how you dress. Like, sure, some people, if they really care about image and self and all that shit, they'll care, but it's not about that shit, man. What does it matter? Like, that's kind of one of the reasons I was growing my hair out. It's like, if people really appreciate you for you, why should how long your hair is or your clothes or whatever get in the way of that? You know what I mean? It's interesting. But let me pop the window quick. I'm gonna rip a toke, and then we'll keep going on some of the stuff I was talking about at the very start of this, about not knowing where to go in life or what to do. Like, we'll keep going on that. But let's hit it. Sorry, I got distracted. Was doing a little bird watching, and then I seen the birds, and I counted 3. I think there were more of them out there. There probably were, because it's outdoors, obviously. But I seen 3 at the start, and I was like, oh, 3 little birds outside my window. Oh, shout out Bob, man. Shout out Mr. Marley, man. What a gem. Sorry, I just hit the desk. What a gem. Not too many people like that, especially making music anymore. Holy shit. I don't know. I call myself New Doom sometimes because of MF Doom and his lyrical and his lyrics, his flows, all that shit. But like, maybe New Marley too. New Doom Marley, Low Water Boy. I don't know. If you check my SoundCloud, I got all sorts of AKAs. Also known as what is it? Lil Freezy. What is it? The Icebox, Lil Freezy, O2 Aqua the Artist, the Pitch Pirate, New Doom. Like, oh, I love it, man. But again, all names for the character that is the energy that is inside of me. Like, all names for characters of the physical, but that's not the energy inside, right? There's a difference between the two, and then the energy inside is the same energy that's inside the person watching this right now. Hello, you. But you are me, because I am you, and it's, fun to think about, not to eat. But yeah, cheers to the family, man. If you're not session, you best be blessed, and I appreciate y'all. F the traffic for making noise, not jokes. That's just part of life too, man. Shit happens, shit makes noise. Just go with the flow, ebb and flow. You just live life. Oh. Life is great. If you're up watching this, fucking breathing, alive right now, it's a good day. It's a good day to have a good day. You heard? But again, if you're not session, you best be blessing. I appreciate y'all watching this right now. I appreciate myself watching this right now. Yeah. Cheers, family. saying that made me think of dancing with myself or dancing by myself. Or that's a bridge, I think, but like dancing with myself, dancing with myself. Nothing to lose and there's nothing to prove when I'm dancing with myself. Dancing with myself. Let it run in your head. Wait. Oh, that one's gonna make me cough a bit. Let me close the window up. But yeah. So at the start of this, 11 minutes ago, in the now from 11 minutes ago, I was talking about, do you not know what to do with your life? That's okay. Because I don't either, frankly. Like, I don't know. Trying to think about it. There's a hair. Son of a gun. Got him. But that's kind of where I've been at. Just kind of like not really knowing what to do with my time or my life necessarily. Just kind of like, okay, let's live in the now. Let's see what to do right now. Like this morning I woke up. Let me say this 1 sec. Cheers. This morning I woke up. Did pieces litter. I was about to say like usual, that's when we have it scheduled, not that I usually do it, but woke up, did pieces litter, and then I wasn't feeling too motivated. I was pretty tired waking up, so I thought, okay, let's play some GTA, because Jewel was getting ready for work, and she was going to be busy, so I wouldn't really be able to spend time with her. Like, I could stand next to her or whatever, or talk with her, but we don't really talk too, like, we talk in the morning, but it's not like we're gonna have super in-depth conversations like at night after the day or whatever. So I was playing some GTA. Jewel left for work. I kept playing a little bit more, and then I was like, okay, well now I'm feeling like I played enough GTA. I satisfied that urge for a little bit. Let's do some chores. Actually, before I played GTA even, I woke up early before Jewel and I did some dishes, so I got those out of the way. Did pieces of litter, got the garbage ready to take out. I took that out, but yeah, it's about like, what is your body telling you to do in the moment, right? And sometimes it's not about like thinking about the future or, oh, what am I gonna do in a year, in 2 years, what's my next like job opportunity, whatever the hell. It's like, I don't know, did you take the garbage out? Is the kitty litter done? Like, I cleaned pieces water thing, and I fully cleaned out her litter box, and I put some fresh litter in, and that shit has to be done. But it only takes like, it took like an hour to do all of it, probably. But it's gonna take a lot longer if you're just sitting there looking at your to-do list instead of actually doing it, or sitting there thinking about doing something isn't actually doing it, right? Unless you're thinking about something while you're doing it, then you're thinking of the process of like, okay, you're thinking of the steps, you're still in the moment if you're doing it, but just sitting there thinking about shit, it's not gonna get stuff done for you, right? And that's like, I don't know, realizing it's the first step, realizing that you're not the idea of yourself and that there isn't necessarily anywhere you need to be. It's just like, are you alive? Are you existing? And just be thankful for it, you know, be thankful you're healthy if you are, and if you're not, I hope you get well soon, because, you know, the body is great that way, that you have the power to heal yourself. And if you think you have the power to heal yourself, it's going to make that power stronger because you're not denying it. You're not telling yourself you can't, you know? Who is it? What's his name? There's a scientist or, I'm thinking of names that definitely aren't it. Dr. Oh, forget his name now. I'm sure when I start talking about it, people are gonna know who I'm talking about. But there was a doctor, I'm pretty sure it was a doctor who got into an accident while he was on his bike. I'm pretty sure he got hit by a car, and he went to the hospital, and the doctors told him like he'll never be able to walk again, or the chance is so low. It's like, don't think about it right now, just focus on getting better. But he was talking about how when he would be laying in his hospital bed, he would be visualizing his spinal cord and visualizing the things that the doctor showed him and thinking about them healing, and I forget if it was refusing or unfusing or whatever the hell, but he was able to reconnect his spinal cord, whatever, and he's able to walk, and I'm pretty sure he like runs and bikes now. Like he's back to normal, good as new, as good as he can be after shit like that. But who knows, maybe you can come back even stronger after an accident like that if you tell yourself you can, you know. Stop doubting yourself, stop doubting your abilities, your innate natural ability to heal yourself. It's like, if you get a cut, you're gonna get a scab. Right there is the verification, the validation of the point or whatever. It's like, it shows that your body heals. You're gonna get a scab, and then the scab is gonna fall off, and you might have a scar. But even scars can go away over time if it's not that crazy of an injury. And even a scar, it gives you a good story, you know. You say, oh yeah, that was from that, and it might have been a funny thing, it might have been a sad thing, or it was an accident and it was traumatic or whatever. But it's the story. It's part of what makes you in your life and your experience. Like, that's what it comes down to. It's like, and I don't know, I feel like, again, I'm talking to myself, I'm practicing being present with this, right? But sometimes when I overthink and I have my panic attacks, like I was talking about earlier, it helps to remember, and a lot of the time I forget in the moment, but that's why I'm trying to say it, to reinforce it in my own noggin. But it helps to go back and sit on that stone and just watch the thoughts like a river or a highway, and all the thoughts are cars and they're just passing. You can't interact with them if you're thinking about, like, if you're sitting on a rock watching a highway, you can't really go and like interact with the highway, because if you do, you're gonna fuck up the whole flow of shit, and you might cause an accident, or the cars might start crashing into each other. Your thoughts get all tangled and mangled up, you know. You don't want to do that. Sometimes you just gotta step back and let the traffic flow and just let it go, and like, I don't know, I have to remember, like, when I'm having these panic attacks, it can feel hopeless. I feel that. I hear that. Anybody else who says, like, oh, it feels hopeless, or I don't want to go on, it's like, yeah, I hear you. I feel that. I've definitely been there. I remember having panic attacks before I even knew what the fuck a panic attack was, you know what I mean? It's like, that's how deep it goes, but it's just, that's part of life. And then it comes down to being present. And are you thinking about yourself? Are you thinking about how life should be, or like where you should be in life? Or are you just existing, realizing you are everything you see around you? You are all the people you talk to. You are the universe in its infiniteness, you know? I remember seeing a great video not too long ago of a woman talking about how her cat was sitting at the back patio door just screaming its ass off about, like, let me out, I want to go outside, but it's pouring rain. And the woman was saying, like, as the owner, I know you're not going to be happy if you go outside. You're just going to get wet and want to come back inside, and I'm going to have to dry you off. And it's like, maybe that's part of the experience, but also think about yourself as the cat, and how so often we complain and think like, oh, I want this thing so bad, this is what I really want. But you don't have the ability to truly step back and realize it's like, oh shit, if I do go do that thing that I want, I might get soaked, and I'm going to be even more pissed off than I was before, thinking I was lacking anything, or like You know what I mean? It's like sometimes we don't even know, like, I don't know, we don't know that we're God as much as, like, I don't know. And again, my definition for God is everything. It's like, I don't know, just when people talk about God and just like trying to make it any one finite thing, or like define it as like somebody watching over, or like, you can't, man. It's everything. It's the infiniteness. It's like, sure, it could incorporate some sense of a higher self watching over you, but it's still the higher self. It's all one. It's all like, that higher self would still be the same energy as the universe and the same energy as consciousness. It's like it's all one, man. Like, I don't know. And that's why I can smile and laugh about it now, because it's like when you do shit like this where you just sit down and I'm by myself, I'm thinking out loud. When you do shit like that, it's almost like, it almost smacks you in the face how like simple or blatant it is. It's right there in front of you, and sometimes it's so hard to see it or understand or like comprehend it at all. You know what I mean? That's the beauty of it, as much as it is the thing that pisses us off as people, philosophers, scientists, whatever you want to consider yourself. It's like, that's what's great about it. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of like a puzzle. It's kind of like a puzzle where you start from the center and you work your way out, and you just keep adding pieces, and you go, well, shit, how long does this thing go? We're at like 1,000,000 pieces. We haven't even gotten to, you know what I mean? I haven't found an edge piece yet. Like, it just keeps going, man. You just keep finding puzzle pieces, and then who knows? Maybe you find an edge that hits another edge, and then it's just part of the whole, like, yo, there you go. There's something to chew on, you know, some food for thought. Maybe the edge pieces just touch another edge piece, but they all connect around, and like it's all part of the same one thing. Like, there is only one puzzle. All of the pieces fit together perfectly in one puzzle, but all of the pieces get separated into these different puzzles. Like, that's us in the physical body, you know. We just have a few pieces of the puzzle in us, and you know, it's, I don't know. Can we offer them up to ourselves putting the puzzle together? You know? I don't know. Fun to think about it that way, right? And that's also why I say I love thinking and conceptualizing and visualizing, because just like with the Dualistic Unity podcast, there are infinite ways to say this one thing that I feel like everybody's saying the same thing in the only way they know how, but it is still only the one thing. Oh, I hear a baby crying out there. I don't think you guys are gonna be able to hear it, but yeah. Honestly, I think we have neighbors above and below with kids, and now that it's summer with the windows open, it's a lot easier to hear them, but thankfully it's not like we hear them all the time, and it's not like they're super loud or noisy or anything. So you gotta be thankful about that, you know. I just hear it and I'm like, oh, yeah, we all have those days, you know. Like I was talking about at the start, sometimes you need to cry or have those days where you're super pissed off, pent up, and whatever it is. Maybe those days are to help you have the days after where you feel relieved, where you feel thankful you let it all out, and you're able to like see shit clearly now, you know. Like, you have to go through, like, even thinking about a storm, like a tornado. There's the eye of the storm, so you could be having good days, hit the start of the storm, you have the eye of the storm where you think, oh, it's perfect, I got past it, and then you hit the other side of the storm, but you still get through on the other end, right? There's the calm before the storm, the eye of the storm, and the calm after. But the either side of the storm, around the eye of the storm, that's crazy shit, man. It's gonna throw your life for a fucking loop, you know. And I've never been through a tornado. I'm sure that shit's scary as hell. Like, there's some things that just scare the hell out of me. Like, tornadoes, pretty scary. For the most part, I don't think they'd be like too deadly if you can get to the proper location. I don't think they're too bad, but like tsunamis, the open ocean, bro. Oh my god, that scares the shit out of me. Like, in a sense, getting to a point. Well, actually, it scares me because I'm so used to living on the ground, on Earth, on mainland, whatever you want to call it, that thinking about being out in the middle of the ocean and not being able to see any land, and it all just like what's it? You don't even see the horizon. It all just mixes from water to sky. It's like, I feel like I'm thinking it would be scary, but then when you're there and you can just focus on breathing and you literally don't have to think about anything, like, I feel like you would almost have to be so panicked and stressed out that you just like snap, and then I got through, like, getting through the storm, and then you realize, maybe I should be grateful for this time away from all the noise and the bullshit, like, you know, maybe you shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth for something like that, you know. And yeah, kind of relating that to the thing I have under, it says, it feels good to have purpose because it satisfies the ego and the idea of self. And I think that's something that I struggle with quite a bit, is trying to find purpose and look for a reason to live. It's like, your reason for living should just be like breathing, existing, like being thankful for what you have, no matter how much or how little it is. Like, just thankful you have this experience, you have this life to experience, you know what I mean? It's I don't know, thinking you need to get anywhere just kind of, you're pissing in your own cereal, you know, because life can be perfectly beautiful and organically perfect, which perfection is, like, I feel like that's just existence and just like natural, like a plant growing, that's perfect because it doesn't have to grow any sort of way. It just grows the only way it knows how. You know, you're not going to see a dandelion grow into a rose bush because it doesn't know how to grow like that. It's not in its fucking DNA. It grows like a dandelion, like a rose bush grows like a rose bush, and they have their unique flowers on them. One's yellow and kind of fluffy, and the other one is like red, elegant but delicate. Like, I don't know. It's, people are the same way, you know. You can't grow, or you can't live the exact same life as anyone else. You can't grow in the same way. You have to live your own life and have your own experiences, and you know, figure out who you are as, you know, as the idea of yourself, but then step away from that. Who are you as the oneness? Who are you as everyone, right? And that's why I do this, because I understand it conceptually, but I'm still trying to put it into motion, put it into work, and make it work for me, you know, like the internet, like the system. I'm trying to make it work for me, not I work for it, right? Kind of like how the government is right now, how the whole point of it is that it works for the people, but right now it's working us like dogs, you know. It's just, I don't know, it's sad as much as it is like funny, in the sense of like, it would be so easy to fix, in the sense of, it's like, why are we just like letting it be this way? Like, this is our life, our system, like, let's live it how we want to, do what we want to, and like, you know, tell them how we want it in the government, because that's how it should be. It shouldn't be them making the rules, it should be us making the rules for them. And it's like, okay, you adhere to these rules, and if you don't, maybe not that far, but, you know, that's how they would have done it back in the day. I'm pretty sure in Greece, they had, their politicians had set terms, I think it was 4 years, and they would be audited before and after, and if they found that any corruption had happened, you're done, man. Like, simple as that. And it's like, that's a pretty good deterrent, you know? And it's like, I don't know. In modern day North America, you already know they'd pay off the guy that does the, and then they get him out the back, and then they say, "Oh yeah, I got him, but I already took care of the biz. He's buried. He's in the dirt already. Don't even worry about it. Don't sweat it." And then next thing you know, you see Buddy walking around like 2 days later. You're like, "Oh, what? What happened to that guy?" You know? Who knows? Maybe that's what they did with good old J.E. Yes, J.E., you know? But we don't need to get into all that, you know? I don't know. And it's not even like I'm trying to expose a system or anything. I'm just saying it how it is. It's like if you just have eyes. If you have 2 eyes, I can see. If you have 1 even, man. You don't even have to have eyes. Even if you're fucking blind. You can hear. You can get the news read to you or whatever. You can read between the lines in a sense. Read between the lines. You know what I mean. Like, it's so blatant. It's like, come on. I'm waiting for it to come down or for it to get to a point where they can't sustain the bullshit anymore, and it's like all the normal people are gonna be standing around like, what the hell happened? We didn't have any part of building it, or it like, I feel like it's gonna take itself down at the end, you know, and people are just gonna be standing around looking like, what the hell happened? Like, what? I don't know. Maybe people will realize, in a sense, they've been brainwashed, or they brainwash themselves, you know. But it's, I don't know. Does it even matter in a sense? Who knows? I don't know. I hear people talk about like the mark of the beast, or what's it like? I don't know. It's just like, don't subscribe to it, don't give it the time of day, and how can it affect you then, right? I know that's easier said than done, obviously. Like, feels like everything is part of the problem when it comes to the internet, social media, and all that shit, but it's like, hey, you do the best you can, and you see what comes of it, right? Like, what's someone gonna say? You're not working hard enough? Fuck 'em, man. Why are they telling you that? Because they need you to work harder to make more profit off your back? Fuck 'em, man. Nah, not how it should be. And even with social media, it's hilarious how simple it would be if we just went, like, followed a community of people and just liked and shared all their content and just, like, made the system work for us, to the point where we could get, like, monetization and shit on our content, and just we all vlog, or, like, make some sort of content that we can then therefore monetize through the community that we engage with, you know what I mean? I feel like that would be the ultimate goal of social media with this capitalistic world. It's like, why do we even need to work for them when they built the system that's gonna pay us for just, like, living our lives? You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I'm not trying to encourage you to, like, I don't know. I would say think outside the box. If anything, I'm not trying to encourage you to scam or to cheat the system at all. But it's using the system to your advantage in a way that it will work for you, not against you, right? And it's, I don't know. And that's what it comes down to in terms of work. It's like, they're the people that pay the paychecks, and the people that get paid the paychecks, right? And if you become an entrepreneur, you start paying yourself. You know, you get your own employees and you start paying the checks. So, just some food for thought at the end of the day, you know. But this one's getting to the proper length. It's longer than the last episode. I won't say there is a proper length, but I think 20 to 40 minutes for stuff like this, perfect. And then, once I get itchy nose. Once I get a playlist going, then, or like multiple videos, more videos put in that playlist, I should say, it'll be a lot better for, like, even if I do short ones, long ones, if you want to watch all of them, you can just go through the playlist and binge, and then you'll be crying for the next one, you know. Not even, man. It's just, you know, I hope y'all enjoy this as much as I enjoy doing it for myself, because that's why I'm doing it, right? I'm doing it for myself, which in turn is the person watching this as much as it is me, but this is just me practicing living in the moment, thinking out loud, just saying whatever comes to my head, and not necessarily not trying to do the program thing and I don't know. Dropped out of college because the tests and stuff wasn't for me. I didn't have enough time to actually focus on it like I wanted to and put the amount of effort into it like I wanted to, and it moved too quickly for how in-depth my course was, so wasn't worth it. I would rather just start working and learn from actual hands-on experience, not just a bunch of fucking textbooks and tests and shit. But yeah. Again, I appreciate y'all for watching. If you're watching this before you found any of my other social media, you might not know, or you probably don't know, that I make music. It's up on SoundCloud and all platforms, but the easiest way to find it is through my link tree in the bio on my Instagram, which I feel like that's a social media I use the most in terms of just posting stories or reels, photos, whatever. But yeah, aqua.ofs, AQUA.ofs should pop up for you real easy. And then, yeah, from there, you can kind of go and look at whatever applies to you. Some stuff not going to apply to you. I think I have NFTs still on there. I haven't checked OpenSea in probably a good year or two now. Haven't checked Grailed. I was just getting flooded with a bunch of bots, so haven't been on there in a minute. But if you want to talk to me, shoot me a DM on there. I'll see it. If you want to find my music, it's there in the link tree in the bio of the Instagram. SoundCloud's different from all platforms. Sorry, I'll say it like this. If you want to find my music, all platforms, you type out Aquarius of Fallen Snow. But on SoundCloud, you go at aqua_OFS. Couldn't do .ofs because they don't want periods in the name. I don't know why, but yeah. So between the Instagram, the SoundCloud, and then Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, YouTube, I think you'll be able to find. I think you'll be able to find it. I got faith in you. I believe in you. I trust you to. I don't even know. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate myself. Thank you for being alive, being here, just being able to connect and hopefully take something away from this. I'm not trying to do it for any reason other than myself. I'm trying to help myself more than anything, and if it helps you in the process, even better, But yeah, for now, the sirens are going off. It means they're coming for me. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. I love you. Stay safe. Good luck. Easy.